how I help spiritual coaches scale to 5-figure months. Now remember, these types of coaches and healers are in the spiritual community. They're healers, they're coaches, they've got really big hearts and really big missions. And often, not always, but sometimes these are the people who are finding it hard to call in the money and the wealth they really deserve from these businesses. When I personally first started out, I was actually I was kind of this mixture. I was doing lots of energy readings, psychic sessions, all one off. I think they were like $90 for a while. And then even as I moved forward, I had no system, I had no structure. So I was always meeting against this like exhaustion cycle. Do loads of sessions, feel exhausted. Do loads of sessions and feel exhausted. And I wasn't able to hit. And then when I did hit it, I wasn't able to sustain those 5-figure months. This was the case as well for one of my clients who was always coming against these consistent 5Ks. She was like, consistent 5K. And that's incredible and amazing and a goal for so many people, and it should be in so many of my clients. But she was really wanting those consistent 10 to 15K months. When we tweaked a few of these things, she hit not only her first 5K week from 5K months, but a 20K month as well, and then reoccurrings thereafter. And I really believe this was a series of things, but I want to help you break down and see what are those things that happened for her, for other clients, for me, that you can do too. And the best part of it all is if you apply this too, you too can have these beautiful 5-figure months, and not just that, but also the impact you deeply desire. Before we keep going, feel free to join the newsletter where we go deeper into all of these strategies and also energetic parts of how to achieve this. The link's below. So it's really 3 core things we're looking at. Just last night, literally in our group program Scaled, we were talking about our offer suites, offer creation and core offers. A lot of the time what I see spiritual coaches, healers, especially healers that are more in that like Reiki, kinesiology type spaces, is they're constantly charging time for money, a session. This is great if you're full and you're like, cool, this is awesome. But a lot of the time we're not getting to full. So the first step would be to really get to those first, full kind of weeks consecutively, or first, full weeks, or first full months. But beyond that, you really want to start moving into core offers and offer suites, where your offers become longer, more of a journey, more like mentoring as well. And I believe this is a really big gap between where you are now and where you really desire to go, and that income jump as well. I think I could bang on about just this step for so long because there's so much to it. But essentially here, you want to make sure you have a strong core offer and a strong offer suite. So maybe that looks like for you free, small, medium, and large offers, not just sticking to one singular focused offer. Really thinking about what is the journey this client goes on, and can they buy a longer package that is more just like one personalized personal journey just for them. Okay, the next thing we really want to look at is your social media. Now, I can almost guarantee that right now, if you're watching this, there is a relationship shift that needs to be made between you and your social media. Yes. And we want to look at soulful socials. So social media that feels really soulful. In this example, I'm going to use Instagram, but you can apply it to YouTube or any other platform that you love to be on. Or if you want to jump on over to the Instagram world, this will help so freaking much. And it's this. So first we rebuild our relationship. We remember that social media is our friend, that social media is a part of our business. If it's taking you time, it's meant to. It is you literally saying, the door to my shop is open. The door to my shop is open. How incredible, right? So the other thing you want to keep in mind is having a really good social media strategy that you feel connected to, that keeps your authentic tone of voice, but where you're remembering strategy is not just a buzzword, or strategy is not this bad negative thing. It's literally just steps and practices that you can start to implement so you feel really good and connected to what you're putting out there. That's it. So we want to look at, do we actually have a strategy? Do we have Instagram stories that help us make sales or help build authority and trust? Do we have content on our feed that's consistent and regular and that's building us both as someone who is loved and connected to, but also the authority and knows what they're doing and talking about? From there, we also want to look at your DMs. How do we create you a DM structure and strategy that sells for you inside the DMs where you won't even need sales calls? This is things like not being so awkward in there. It's about building real, genuine connections. It's about learning the difference between building a wait list of people who want to hear about you or just like cold DMing everybody. So Here in this step, I really believe this shifts us from a small mindset of like, oh, maybe make a sale here, make a sale there, to someone who can establish a brand of people who are just like waiting and eager to hear from you. The third part is last but definitely not least, and this one is all about your energetics. So I believe that we can over-focus on our mindset. We can over-focus on our energetics. I just need to, move through my limiting beliefs and blah, blah. Yeah, sure, there is an element of this, but predominantly we want your business to flow. But that means that there will be energetic pieces along the way. So a big thing I looked at, a big thing I get my clients to look at, are what are those things coming up for us and how do we overcome them? And when we meet them, we need to ask a really good question, and it's this. I'm going to give it to you. Is this problem practical or emotional? I think we're often surprised. Yeah. And this is because I think where we think it's like emotional, it's a wound, it's a belief. Oftentimes it's actually like, go do the thing. Go do it on repeat, and then get the feedback loop from the universe, from life itself, to see, okay, is there emotions under here? Is there something I need to move through and work through? And that's okay. You can move through and work through exactly that. So my love, that is point 3, and it is definitely not the least important. It is super important, but I'm so excited for you to move through all of these so you can move through maybe having sales here and there to having the 5-figure months you deserve, and not just once, but consistently on repeat with ease. In my experience, it definitely takes work, but it's so freaking worth it for the income and impact that you can create. So my loves, be sure to jump into the newsletter, and we'll be sharing more about all of this so you can deepen your experience in your business, both from an energetic lens, but with strategy and structure in there as well.